morning and welcome to the Second Cup of Coffee. I'm Pastor Elver and so glad you took this time to join in with us today. You might notice the shirt that I have on. I have a Dodgers jersey on. It's my favorite team. Right now you're in the future and I'm in your past. The World Series is going on even as I'm speaking with you. When you see this, you'll know whether I'm happy or sad depending on how that World Series turns out. But with this jersey, it's easy to see who it is that I root for. I mean, it's all over me. It's in my speech. It's spoken about in my home. My family is influenced by my enthusiasm for the Dodgers. My daughter Holly lives in New York, and she's in the New York Mets and Yankees country. My son Josh is in Arizona, that's Diamondback country, but they both love their Dodgers. My sister Suzanne is in Northern California in Giants country, but she is a Dodger fan. If you ever saw her on Facebook, you'd see all the Dodger stuff everywhere. Now, we were both influenced by my father. My wife Lori, she was a normal young lady when I married her, but through my influence and my love for baseball and the Dodgers, she has become just wild and crazy over them, even more so than I am. Our friends know who we root for. When a game or important game is going on, they'll send off a text or congratulations when our team has won. When I go to the store and I wear my shirt, people can see who I'm committed to. People can see the team that I love because they see it written across my chest. But what does this have to do with the things of God? And that's what I want to talk to you about for just a moment today. People should be able to see, if I can put it this way, what team we're a part of, even if we don't have Jesus emblazoned across the front of our shirts. There should be something about our spirit that changes the atmosphere wherever we are. There should be something in our countenance, something in our smile, the peace that's on our faces. Our speech should be seasoned with blessing and not cursing, grace instead of unkindness, attractiveness or winsomeness instead of bitterness, forgiveness instead of resentment. I love Colossians 4, verse 6. In the New King James Version, it says, "Let your speech always be with grace, seasoned with salt, that you may know you ought to answer each one." What does that mean? Your speech seasoned with salt. Sounds kind of like a crazy term, but the reality is that salt is savory. It brings out flavors in food. I mean, how many of you would like to have French fries without salt? That would be called boring. Salt makes not only food come alive, but grace, like salt, makes our speech come alive in a good way. I love how this verse in Colossians 4:6 is translated in the Passion Version. It says this, "Let every word you speak be drenched with grace and tempered with truth and clarity." May our speech, the word says, be drenched, just covered all over with grace. Our families and friends should be so affected by the Spirit of God within us, by the graciousness of our speech, that they too want the same Jesus that we have. Well, that brings me to the book of Ruth today, with a fellow by the name of Boaz, an older guy, been a difficult, he had been a bachelor, an older bachelor all of his life. The days in which they lived were difficult and dark. Many had fallen from the Lord. The book of Judges says that everyone did what was right according to their own eyes. Whatever they felt like doing, their rights, whatever they felt like they could do, much like today and the day in which we live. That's the world that Boaz lived in. But Boaz was a different kind of man. You find this in Ruth chapter 2 when, as an employer, he comes to his farm where the harvesters are working. And I just love the greetings that he has. The first word out of the employer's mouth is, "The Lord be with you." And then his employees said to him, "The Lord be with you too, boss." His influence as an employer upon his employees. Church, we have such an influence around people, an influence by our spirit about who we are. I love Matthew 5:16, and I'm going to close with this. Let your light so shine before men that they see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Even as you see the Dodgers across my jersey, my shirt, may the world see Jesus emblazoned across our faces in the words we speak. You and I can make a difference wherever we are at. May I say to you this day, go for it. Make a difference. God bless you.